Janet and Rudy. We're speaking to you from Dixon, Illinois. And we are going to try to prepare for you some inserts of movies that we have taken through the years that you might be interested in. We're particularly interested in featuring Grandma and Grandpa Nysather, so you could see and how they were and how their actions, and remember them a little better. I'm kind of proud of the heritage we have, and I thought you might be interested in seeing this. So it'll be a bunch of bits and pieces, and I'm going to try and splice out most everything that you may not be interested in. And so we'll have Grandma and Grandpa Nysather, and also some family get-togethers and things coming up here on tape. So sit back and relax and have some fun. Grandma Nysather.
Excitement. Well, that's the dress that Grandma made for her. Did all that smocking by hand. Grandma was a great seamstress.
You must be getting ready for bed there. Here's Uncle Pete. What is she saying there?
Oh, that's what she did when you say so big. I'm sure she's worn better hats since then. Ah, isn't that cute?
Boy, that's a nice dress. All hand sewn by Grandma Nysather. Boy, that's good work. Except Bunny.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's Uncle Pete in his cowboy shirt. There we go.
That's at the carnival down at the park they always have.
Yeah, and that's in Stoughton, right?
Mm-hmm.
Stoughton, it wasn't a Dane County fair, it was just the...
Just the carnival that came in.
Oh, yeah. Next house we got, you know, it looks big because that garage is off to the side, but I think that house was about 18 by 26 feet, something like that. It wasn't very big. Ah, our first potatoes out of our very own garden. Oh, that's Grandpa Nysather and Mr. Dullum sitting on Grandpa Nysather's back porch. This is out in front of Grandma Nysather's house. You can see the top of our new green car. There's our second house. Corner of Hamilton and Van Buren. Boy, we really went, you know, I think our whole other house would almost fit in the living room of this house. So we had, 3 bedrooms upstairs and a bathroom. Sun parlor there on the right. Basement. Fireplace. Boy, we were really living. I wanted that. Dining room. I wanted that house in the worst way. And we finally swung it and got it. We're out behind the garage. We're cutting a little firewood there, I think. Or at least that's it.
Or at least you're sitting on the pile.
Pile of fire. Boy, have we progressed. Now we're in Houston. This is on Galveston.
It's not Galveston, it's Lavina, or Bolivar.
We had to cross, we go to Galveston from Houston, cross the ship channel on a ferry boat, and we had this beach practically to ourselves.
We in the cabin.
See, the tail light on the left is our 1958 Chevy, and this fancy thing on the right, was that Eschenfelder's?
Mm-hmm.
That fancy, I think that's the Chrysler product. But we bought a parachute, cut it in half, and the breeze off the water kept it billowed out, so we were kind of out of the sun, but you could still get burned right through that parachute. Yeah, there's Al and, was it Mary Eschenfelder?
Gladys.
Gladys. Al and Gladys Eschenfelder.
In my belly.
Oh, that must be Eric stirring in there someplace.
Eric wasn't born. Eric is in my stomach there.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, there. I thought you meant on the left.
Oh, that's Rodney, I think. But you see how deformed Al's face is? Randy will remember it. I don't know whether John will remember it or not, but the story was that when he was in the service in World War II, he bailed out of a plane that was shot down and his head hit the tail. He's got a glass eye and he was in terrible shape. He was being fixed up for years, I think, before they got him fixed. But he said that when the Germans found him, if his name wasn't Eschenfelder, he'd have never lived. Well, there's young mother-to-be. Oh, there's Rodney. That's his first picture, right? The second one from the right.
Well, it's
And then Willie Eschenfelder is to his way left.
To his right. Rodney's right.
Yeah, the Rodney's right.
And then Bert Eschenfelder.
Bert, and then John.
They're digging for sand crabs.
Sand crabs they're digging for.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're gonna shoot it. See the crabs? These are blue crabs. They're really good eating. They're not all that big. What we did is we'd get a piece of driftwood and then we'd get a beer can or a pop can that had a couple of holes in it, and we'd run the line through it for an anchor, and a piece of driftwood would float on top. We'd leave it out there for a few minutes and then go out there with a net. We'd pick it up, go out there with a net, and then the crabs would drop off into the net. That's the way we did it. See, that's what we're doing out there now. You had to keep stepping in the water all the time, because if you didn't, the crabs would grab your toes. And that happened several times. But they don't really hurt that much. It's far away. You can't quite see the crabs coming into the net. Well, there's Mother and Gladys Eschenfelder. And our 58 Chevy. And our ice chest. There's Randy. Look like she has a good time. John in front of our house in Houston. We bought that house brand new. Can you imagine, back in those days, we bought that house for how much money? $17,000, $200 or $300 or $400. It's a 3-bedroom house, 2 bathrooms, 2-car garage. And when I called the neighbors down there, they said, you can't touch a house on that block, anywhere around that block now, for $100,000, way over $100,000. There's Miss Randy. Oh, boy, that's a bright picture. There's our house that we bought in Michigan. The snow. If you look in the window, you can see Grandma Nysather, and that must be Eric that she's holding in the window there. That was a nice house. And now we're over in front of Sally and Chuck. What was their last name? Wellburn. See, they were our next door neighbors. Right, they can get a good view of us here. We just completed the slides that we started in, what, 1949? Yeah, when Randy was a baby, and we worked our way up through, and then along come John, and then along come Rod, and then along come Eric, and there's some shots of everybody, but everything is disproportionate. But that's one of the problems of no money. And
Well, and some we took just regular snapshots, we didn't take all. We took more slides of Randy and John because that's what we did then. Yeah. I didn't even think we had any Rod and Eric.
we do. So, you know, that album we made up for you, this will go along with that. And what we're going to try and do now is the old 8mm movies. And it started in 1966. And I've just kind of previewed the first few inches of film, and it's of Eric riding his bicycle. And we had this 8mm movie camera, and I'm not so sure that everything's going to be in focus all the time. Because that camera, I would get things in and out of focus all the time if they got close or far away, but outside it's much better than inside. You know. So we're going to try our luck with that now if you're patient. So chances are you've watched the slides for about 43 minutes, so you're due for a break. And now the commentary, and you might want to go out and get some popcorn and stuff like that, and then watch what we put on here. And we'll see what happens. Okay, now I gotta go and attend to the camera while you maybe make some more comments.
Well, I noticed we lost a little bit of the color from the slides, but that's to be expected, I guess. So we'll see what the movies turn out to be like. I think you'll enjoy them. Maybe the rest of the family won't, but you will.
Here comes Grandma and Grandpa Nysather. John greeting them. Looks like some time has elapsed here. Well, there's Miss Glamourpuss. I wonder if we should have any background music. Oh, we're having a little stew. It's too bad we can't hear the conversation. Looks like a good bowl of soup. That was that little Ford Falcon. Guess you're heading for home.
Since she turns around and waves.
I think so. Yeah. Well, heading back to Wisconsin. There they go. visit. Honey and rhubarb, that's what they brought down, I think. What was the name of that honey place in Stoughton? They lived, you know, in Pleasant Hill, where we used to live. Oh, we must be going to Wisconsin for Christmas now. Not much snow.
This can't be the year we got stopped by the police.
Hmm?
This can't be the year we got stopped by the police. If we
No, that was coming from Michigan. See, we're living in Sterling here. Toll gates. Back into Wisconsin. Fort Atkinson. There's Grandma and Grandpa's house.
Oh, it's Pete. Nothing eggnog.
That's his house. This is the first house in Fort, isn't it? I think they just rented then.
It's Michael.
Look at Joan. Look like a bunch of kids, don't they? And Grandma Nysather's house. Little snow now. Here she comes.
Come to greet us.
Well, they must have saw us drive up.
Where you at?
Oh, that's Elsa.
Oh, that's
And Louise.
Steve.
Yeah. Harry. Channel Chowhound. Who's that?
Grandpa.
Grandpa.
House. Dave.
That's a pretty table, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's our 65 olds. Yeah. Grandpa's got his camera out. We must be back home now. Randy's doing what she does best. Yak on the phone.
Oh, there's Barbara. Rose. There's Marcia. Regal. Pamela.
Getting the hair all fixed up. What's the big occasion?
Prom.
Prom?
There's Snowball. One of the two.
What's she doing, digging out a few fleas? Oh, look at Tim.
Yeah, this is Snowball.
Yeah, all right. Grandma and Grandpa Nysather's. 6 North Monroe Street in Stoughton, Wisconsin. Yeah, looks like that's Grandpa's new garage. He built that. And Grandpa Nysather, he built that. Tore down an old barn and built a new garage. Remember that? That's the birdhouse that he made for us. We put that up in our backyard in Sterling. There's Grandma Nysather helping with that. Well, we're at her house making whipped cream out of that. Used to have to measure the kids' height, see how they grew. Look at that. Those marks were on the wall there for a long time. He'd measure them and he'd leave them there, and you could see from year to year how much these kids had grown. Genuine height, no shoes. I think Eric has turned out to be the tallest one, I'm not sure. Real scientific. Well, here we're that birdhouse that Grandpa Nysather built for us. We're digging a hole to put the support post. That's the buoy, kids. We had to dig it pretty deep. Mix a little cement. Oh, you bet. The buoy kids there. That, I don't know which one. The birdhouse. Now we're over at Grandma and Grandpa Anderson's. So in the spring of the year, I think it has to be Mother's Day in May. Mother's Day is in May, isn't it? Oh, that's Joan. Mike. That's it, warming up. That's Rodney down there. They're jumping pretty good. Yeah, it looks like Mark Silbaugh. Begun to track club. Try to catch the focus a little better here. Well, the equipment in those days was spread. Here we are over at the Nysather, Grandpa grabbing Nysather. He's got a sweater.
Oh, it says new bark again, yeah.
Oh yeah, he's down for cross country again. Huh? Or not cross country, but running. Is that him next to last? Must be. That guy in red is running pretty good. You made it. Mark Silbaugh. This is at Pete's basement in his present house. There's my brother Harry, Uncle Rudy, Louise and Grandpa Nysather. Joan and Janet. I don't remember the occasion, but we had family get-together there. Elsa is Harry and Louise's adopted daughter. She was a pretty girl. This is really, but I think it's in Pete's house upstairs before he added on to his family room there and pushed it out towards the swimming pool that he put in. I think that's where it is. Gary Silbaugh. That's his living room. John's going to listen to some special stereo music. Look at that. I'd imagine it's classical music, wouldn't you? I think this is your mother or grandmother, whatever the case may be, just came in. This is a, she kind of wondered where it is. It's in the basement of Pete's room. And in this picture you're looking at now, is we took a still picture of it and we got it hanging on the wall. Well, they don't like the bright lights of the camera. Yeah. Yeah. Boy, it wouldn't have been nice if we had sound. And now we are, yeah. See, that's what we did, is we shared our Christmas. We'd go one place and then we go to the other. And we alternate each year, so which one we went first to. Well, that's what I mean. When we lived in close by, I think we went to both at the same time. What does that say on your apron? I can't quite make it out. Cowhound? And here come the boys in the front door. Includes our recording of the old 8mm movies that were converting here to video. And I think it's appropriate at this time that in memory of Dad, Grandpa, or great-grandpa, whatever the case may be, that I read this tribute. I tried to use the macro part of the camera and film it so you could read it on the TV screen, but it didn't work. I couldn't make it work. You could see it, but you could see such a small portion of it. I had visions of using the whole page and getting it on the screen, and or portions of the page, and then writing down, moving it down so that, maybe you could read a paragraph at a time. But with the macro, it took such a small area that I decided, well, I'll read, if you don't mind. I think this is one of the best tributes I've ever heard. There was a man, by Reverend Robert H. Allen. There was a man. His was the first voice of this congregation that I heard. His was the first face that I saw. As I had further opportunity to know him, I found he was a man to admire, to love, to respect. There was a man. He was a leader in his church. He served different terms as chairman of the church, was a deacon for a number of years, and readily came to mind when a problem arose or something needed to be done. There was a man. He was concerned about his church. He spent time in earnest prayer for the church. He was keenly conscious that his church had become spiritually soft and flabby. Even as a body goes through the throes of being brought back into shape, so his church went through the agony of coming alive, bringing spiritual muscles back into action once more. Some took the easy road and left the struggle, but this man had the courage and was determined to see victories for Christ. His church has been coming alive. Spiritual muscles are being toned, and vitality is rushing in once more. There was a man. He was capable with his hands. As one looks around the church building, there is evidence everywhere of his handiwork: the shelf in the foyer, book racks, easels, a cabinet here or there, all attesting to a man's capability and interest. There was a man. He was interested in the future. When his church was looking for a building site, he was in the forefront. He made personal contact with those from whom the property was purchased. When his church came to the question of building, his voice was loud and clear. He had considered the alternatives and presented a clear case for the erection of a new building. When the historical building, which had been the place of worship for more than 20 years, was sold, this man was there in that transaction. There was a man dedicated to the very end. As the new structure rose and there was painting and many other tasks to be done, this man put in many hours to see the dream of the congregation become a reality. Indeed, his last hours of effort were spent in this work. In the midst of this service to Christ and his church, he was stricken and began a long journey, first to the hospital and then to glory. There was a man. We called him Olaf Nysather. God called him his faithful servant. His was a path of fervency, dedication, devotedly active to the final hour. A building is to be dedicated today, in no small part a tribute to this man. But a life is involved, a life lived, and a life given. Thus rests upon this congregation a great debt. We are responsible to Olaf, to one another, to our Savior, to see that his prayers, his devotion, his dream becomes reality. The finest addition to Olaf's memory would be to see this building become a place where people can find Christ as Savior and Lord, a place to learn the Word of God, a place to grow as a Christian. To this task we must pledge and dedicate ourselves anew, because God for a time gave to us such a man. Olaf Nysather, born December 12th, December 12th, 1898, and died April 8th, 1970. I think this is really something. This is our heritage.
Is that all the bigger he is than him?
Yeah.
It's about the length of his body.
Can you imagine if you're done with Okay.
Are we on the air?
Yeah.
The red light means we're on, huh? She's a ham.
I want to get some pictures on Highway 12. Should go on
Oh,
the
isn't that
rocks.
beautiful? That is.
Yeah.
I want to
me
stop
too.
and get some
Too.
pictures.
Too.
Yeah, too.
Well, why don't we get ready
When
to
we
go
first
here?
moved.
Come Gary.
High jumpers report to the high jump area. All high jumpers report to the high jump area.
To it. Up for the 11-foot jump. He's getting ready for the 11-foot jump. For a second try. Just order up at a 60.
What are you, 11? I'll be back soon. Just keep going up, then I'll pop down.
Third try at 11 feet. Oh, didn't make it. At 11 feet. I'll try it from this angle this time. Be running right at us here.
What town?
See the red light? Wave it at them.
Wave it at them. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Smile to him, look at him.
Wave at Uncle
Say
Ole.
hi, Uncle Ollie.
Which one of you is Lori?
Laura.
Laura? Who's Laura?
Tell Uncle Ole.
Raise your hand.
How old are you?
Oh, here, see?
You're 3?
Yes.
And Lindsley?
Lindsay, how's?
You're 5?
Well, you only had two hands up there.
6, yeah, you're 6. Now what?
Go touch him with your magic wand.
Wave your wand.
Wave your wand back and forth and he'll take your picture.
Show them how you can do a cartwheel in the living room.
Go ahead.
Do you still ride your horsey?
Oh, Laura, right, Blue. Hi, Laura. Whoop, just go down to my Mercedes. I go see the horse. Look, he's taking your picture.
Mm-hmm.
Should be girl. If somebody would like to, whatever world. Okay, the other lady.
I think it's over there. It's in the
It
bucket.
is, it's in the.
So I use this?
Yeah, I use that then. Good.
Oh, that was so nice of your mama to invite all of us old people over here tonight.
I think I can.
Sometime you'll have to come up to our house. We live way up in Minnesota. Tell 'em, hi-ho! Hi-ho!
Show me your tooth, where your tooth was.
Did you put your tooth under your pillow?
Yeah.
Did you?
What'd you get?
Quarter?
In the morning you found a quarter?
It's a pretty cheap fairy. I've heard fairies giving more.
Was her dad.
Did you put your quarter in the bank or did you spend it?
I thought it was 50 cents, Lindsay.
Yeah, I think it's 50.
Now she's gonna say.
More next time?
Smart, she's gonna. Is there really? Of course there is. Yep.
Somebody had to
After
leave
we
the money
eat,
there.
Put your Halloween
Like
costume.
Santa.
What do you think?
That's an hour.
Why don't you buy me one of those guys?
Be nice. We could all get together and make a nice day.
You ever been on camera before?
Never.
Candid camera.
It's like 4 miles from here. It's right on the edge of town. If you're familiar with Elver Park.
All the stuff that goes on. So she's getting
You like to watch me eat? Here, have a bite. Have a bite.
Don't you take the lens cap off when you do that?
Not when he does my picture.
Well, they're grown at school.
On candid camera. You're gonna see your tooth is missing.
They're in such a state of transition
Fall out by itself.
now that
what?
They come out by itself.
teachers are being fired and hired and
She
their
really worked with it a lot.
superintendent was let
Kept
go
wiggling
and
it.
they finally got a new
We got another one
superintendent
coming
now.
in.
And they
Another
go
one
to
coming?
school.
And mommy
So
and
there's just a lot
grandma,
of transition, a lot of turmoil, and we had,
and I pulled it out.
when we started
Did you cry?
Redeemer
No,
with
Didn't ya?
but it
the
hurt.
notion that we would have the option then of sending her to kindergarten again here. Because she's the youngest, she's one of the youngest in her class. She's a little, and I felt like we were sending our little lamb out to the wolf. One teacher would have an afternoon here in town and a morning and an afternoon
Brush off your
class
mustache, Mark.
with a minimum of 20.
You had it in the
20
soup.
to 25 kids in each class. So that's a total of 40 to 50 students. Oh, that's okay. But that is a lot, and I thought, gee, you want them to get off to a good start and, have that good solid foundation there and, have their self-esteem really good. And she got that nurturing and that attention in kindergarten. She liked it so well. We had, Verona School really has a lot of neat things to offer.
I don't use my dishwasher very often. Really? No. Mark complains if you want.
Lindsley? Lindsley?
Well, I don't rinse it.
Lindsley? I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you find some value here, and we'll keep this for future reference. And if there are some occasions that we record, maybe I could get this cassette back, and then I could just tack it on the end of it, you know, so that you'd have an ongoing record of whatever the occasion is. Maybe we'll have some get-together, maybe we'll play golf next summer, who knows. But we may have something that we'd have on the video that you would like attached to the back end of this cassette that you have. Okay. Wonder who that is right off the bat here. I think he went right over.
Well, before it was closer than that.
10-6. Call me Kareem.
Kareem?
Cool goggles.
Looks like we have some spectators, but they're not paying any attention to these. There's a pole vault going on, they don't even know it. Get a view of the entire insides here. Oops, looks like somebody familiar there. Apparently over here is where they're keeping track of the records as to who does what and when. I wonder what Rudy's doing. What's Rudy doing? Okay, Gary is going to be making a run here. They have to adjust this. Oh, they're going to make him go high. Boy, that's really up to 11 feet, I think I hear him say. Oh, checking it all out. Okay, he's checking his pole. And get ready to go make a run at it. This will be his second try. Okay. I may not be at the right angle, and the track is right behind me, and people are running, so I should be back further. But I'll try and get him here. Okay. Spectators are anxiously waiting. Okay. We're getting ready for a second try. I missed the first one. I was focusing on the interested audience. Okay, here we go. He did it. He did it. Real nice try.
him for that one, boy.
Well, there's our interested spectators again. I wonder if they know what's going
They
on.
aren't paying any attention to anything but
No, they had me miss. They had me miss the big jump that he missed.
First call, 2-mile run. First call, 2-mile run.
Okay, they're getting ready to run.
where's he starting?
Okay, this is his third try.
No. No,
Oh,
he
this
starts
is
over
it.
now.
Okay,
He starts over.
what is he going to do?
11-6.
11.6 he's going for. Well, I suspect he's going to go measure his pole.
You might know.
Got a workman down there in a hole.
Yeah. Player there at the store.
Okay. He's going back, getting ready to take a run. 11 foot 6 inches he's going to try for. Okay. Keep him on the left side of the picture so that he doesn't run out on us. He did it. He did it. Let's see what the audience is doing over here. Oh yeah, they're even grinning just a little.
I missed it. You did it. That was a piece of cake.
It's all right.
You cleared it through.
Good.
My legs, I don't know. Let's look at the tape.
You're doing so much better than that butt dragging bit that you did last week. Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that.
Okay. Gary's going to take a shot at 12. While he's getting ready, whoops, over here is a 2-mile race started. Okay. Okay, Gary, show us your stuff. He goes by pretty fast. Oh. Didn't make a good, didn't get the pole in right. He's got 3 tries, I think. Okay, we're going to try the second try. Oh, I didn't quite make it.
Was that a second?
Came closer, that's
Yeah,
You got one more shot.
Yeah, one more try.
I think it's good again. I got it.
Okay. He's got one more try, right? At 12 feet.
I know we can do this.
This is going to be fast, and it's going to be a little darker than normal because of the speed. This is the Labor Day weekend gathering of the Nysather clan, I guess. We are leaving Tomahawk. We're heading for the international airport. The airport we're trying to find is 4 miles west of town. The sign back there said that we turn right here pretty soon. This is down a broadly traveled boulevard type of lane. We're back in the sticks here. Doesn't look like there's any place for an airport.
You're talking about Tomahawk's International Airport.
Yeah, that's right. We may be breaking into a clearing up here. Yeah. Okay. What does that sign say there?
Tomahawk International Airport.
Here we are. The east building, the west terminal.
He's taken off, this guy is.
We're driving down the runway. The plane beat us here.
The runway.
Not taking off. Yeah, we were going to take you landing. We figured you wouldn't be here for half an hour yet.
Beautiful day.
Yeah, they're checking over the big aircraft here.
All right, wait until Louise where she's going to be. Yeah, she's going to be honored. No, that's her. She could be honored by Fairhaven for 25 years of service.
Well, Rudy, are you ready for a big golf match today?
Yeah. I didn't know it was in here. I was reading, so I got to.
Do we have tea time for anything, or we have to just wait, huh?
We're just coming back from the Tomahawk International Airport, coming to Janet and Rudy's cottage. And there's the sign. We turn in this little lane and get down here a ways. We get down here towards the end. Well, now there's a glimpse of the corner. There's our van. Harry and Louise's car, they're here. Then the UNS floor covering station wagon. And then this is the cottage.
Go down and take care of the boat.
That's what's going to happen.
Well, I think the guy from Minnesota that uses the boats out there, the motors.
He should know about boats and motors.
Well, if they don't, at least they've got a rope. This time I was up here.
Yeah, there's a sign. Yesterday we went down around the lake and got an ice cream cone. There's a sign there that says the water is 56 inches lower than where it should be. And this is the guy who owns everything.
I got keys here. Will they work? No, they won't work.
Key to what?
The boat.
Well, the pontoon boat has a electric starter, but it doesn't work. The solenoid clicks. So here we have that poor defenseless little pontoon boat being attacked by these three guys. At least we can get the rear view. I can't really give you a progress report. A lot of work happening here. Okay, decision has been made that the battery is low on power. That's why the solenoid clicks. Well, they're really going over it. I think they're buttoning it up. Four boats being checked out. From the boat. And the beach we have here, there's quite a view of the lake. This is just one inlet. Another houseboat out here fishing, maybe.
In there along the bank too, huh, Rudy?
Huh? Yeah.
Have you been working over in there?
Yeah, my lot goes over on the other side of that tree.
Hey, I can lift this, Holy?
You got the battery there now?
Oh, look at this. Watch this.
You know, it's a true fisherman always has a red hanky hanging out of his back pocket.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder why that is.
I don't know. It must be traditional. That's the way they do it in Minnesota.
Yeah, we checked out the boat earlier, and now we see what's going on in the kitchen.
Okay, you know the time. I'll turn the oven on. I've got crackers. Well, that one. What's the temperature?
So now you're on film, girls.
No. He hasn't got to read these. He's just practicing.
Looks like this is where we're going to eat. Getting all ready.
We are going to be eating shortly.
I thought we just left the restaurant just outside the international airport.
Where did the guys go? Did they go off in the pontoon boat already?
I think two of them did. I'm taking a picture through the screen here of somebody getting ready to relax.
There you go. Now be careful when you sit down so it doesn't collapse. There you go. What are we doing here, Ollie?
Oh, they're going to take that in and charge it. That's probably why it wouldn't start. The solenoid clicked because it didn't have enough battery power.
The pontoon boat is gone.
Yeah.
They can't go without a battery.
Oh, yeah. We did yesterday. We went and got ice cream, remember?
We had a battery.
Yeah. But we pulled it by hand to get it started. Yeah, see now there's an example of ambition down here. There's Harry and Rudy trying out the pontoon boat.
You're on table 4?
Yeah, they got the food
Where's
ready
table
here.
3?
I'm one.
Drew numbers to see which table we sit at.
Well, we can wait till the
So
next
we always
time.
talking from something like this?
Yes.
Louise, where's Louise?
No, you go first.
No, because
Yeah.
I ate. How do you say?
How about number 2 should go first with me?
You must be some. Yeah, there was. What table are you sitting at?
2.
No, you're setting the standard, Louise.
Yeah, I know.
Everybody watch.
Everybody watch.
You
Everybody watch.
better watch it.
Take place.
So let us first and then a few
Are you doing that for Harry? My wife doesn't do that for me.
No.
Oh no, he's doing that thing again. Oh, he's watching you.
taco shells?
Huh?
Here it goes.
I got taco chips.
Here it
This
goes.
is taco salad.
Salad.
Oh, Harry has to do his
Look
own.
at this.
You put a little poison ivy jam on your roll.
Is this a little different kind of lettuce over here?
Poison
You
ivy
don't need
jam?
it. It's so good you gotta get that taste.
Is that what you call it? Poison ivy jam?
Yeah. There's a
Why
great
did we
poison
do
ivy
Loading
jam.
up good here.
Oh, it's just, look good, huh, Molly?
Yeah.
Don't forget the other stuff.
Good, come and eat.
First one through the line.
Yeah. The biggest person through the line first.
He's
Oh, go ahead.
telling about the flight up here, I think.
Well, this
From
is-
Milwaukee.
This is what you type in then to get your information, huh?
Right.
Is that available to anybody with a computer? or-
Yeah. It goes right down the line. This is for all the different states. Goes from North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Nebraska.
Are the bees
Oh, wasn't that nice?
Did you make homemade
Just
jam? Smile
Just a
at
soda
him.
biscuit?
Happy birthday to us. Happy birthday to us.
Oh, there's a fish.
Happy birthday to us. Rudy, Harry, Joan,
Happy birthday
and me.
to
This fish.
How come the
Oh, I
cameras
didn't
aren't on?
We're gonna watch this.
Okay, Louise, are you going to tilt it so we can see it?
Camera
Here
when
we
we're in the
go.
nursing home. We're gonna be watching.
You'll never make a candlelighter.
Here, give me the match.
No, they don't. Plastic or is
Two
it?
shots left here.
Yeah, this
Yes.
a multiple birthday party.
I'll let you take a bite.
No, I believe you.
I have to tell you something funny
Two more, you got.
that happened to Mike.
You gotta get that, Ole.
Wait,
There, you got it.
Wait,
I
one
mean,
more.
you're gonna get a story with this, Ole, so.
oh,
We're gonna have to
no.
edit it out later.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, wait, we better light the other one, huh?
You're telling a story here, Lucy. He's waiting to get the whole thing.
When we were at the a school convention, and you know your friend from Fort that makes those plastic things. What's his name?
Dan Christensen?
Yeah. Was that him?
Yeah.
He had a sample of Swiss cheese, you know, little squares in this big bowl, and everybody who goes by thinks it's real cheese. You know, and we had so much fun watching these people pick up this rubber plastic cheese, trying to take a bite, and then when they realize it's a joke, you know, everybody quits smiling. And they walk away. Anyway, I brought one home and put it on Mike's plate when he visited us. And he chewed and chewed until he actually bit off a piece, and he was so embarrassed. When he found out that was really a joke. Made me think of it with that fish, when you were asking about that fish. There we go.
You mean that's not a real fish?
So you notice you put the
Janet?
candles in front of the guy with the
Where's it closest to his now?
September 10th.
Yeah, he's closest.
Okay.
He's the closest.
Rudy's going to blow out the candles.
You ready?
Get set.
One.
Make a wish.
Should I cover my lens?
Make a wish. Good.
May all our wishes come
Now,
true.
maybe each one should be on film here and blow.
Sure.
Let others blow it out.
Oh, that's too much work.
Is it?
We don't want all those germs on.
too much work with
Put enough
lighting.
Rudy reminds me of Penny. That's just stalking in on something.
Oh, you can try. You can eat the head.
That's how Rudy was kind of moving in on that
You know where
cake.
he learned that? From Edie.
Is that how Edie does it, Rudy?
Yeah. Oh, I don't want to cut it. Here's Janet.
Yes, you do.
Janet's going to cut it.
Since I'm left-handed, I'll start.
They belong to a coffee club.
And how did you get to join
Yeah,
coffee?
they get us
Cinnamon
to,
coffee.
if they get us to join, they get free coffee mugs.
Oh, that was
Same
the
with
deal.
you.
Okay.
Same with you.
But
Get some
if
of
we
your
get
friends.
somebody to join.
Where does the coffee come from? Minneapolis or
Iowa.
Oh, it's made in Denmark.
Well, we'll be
Well,
into town.
yeah,
Go
Danish. Swedish. Isn't it Swedish?
It's a continuation of our birthday party.
We like beans. Part of the
Funny how
enjoyment
he talks
of
to himself when he looks
I
through
know.
that thing.
grinding and then home and get the kitchen.
Yeah, I have to talk to myself a lot.
I would like that.
Nobody else to talk to.
We gotta
No.
get him coffee.
Then people
Have
listen.
you had it?
What do we do
Eating
best?
marathon, right?
Well, one thing I'm counting on is that he brings that camera when we're golfing. I want a record of every shot of mine.
I don't.
I don't
All the
either.
time.
Did you bring your boots? Here, you should take a picture so he'll be on something when he's eating his cake. Even if he has a December birthday. That's good frosting.
Well, I got more film with this table. That's table 2, right? Table,
We try harder.
We're number 2.
yeah. Table 1 over here is a
You gotta
little.
take some
They
of
have
that.
it made over there.
We got it.
They don't have to
We've
try
made
hard.
in the shade, right?
Table 1 over here is
Yeah.
kind of hard to get because of where I'm standing and where I'd be shooting. I'd be shooting directly into the sun.
Well, Ole, you're going to have to try harder too the next time you get a number and you can't figure out number 1 or number 2.
How about some more cake over there?
You would have had a 50% chance of getting it right. Just
But the 50 was the wrong.
See, I should have had your camera on taking some pictures here too.
Oh, where is my camera?
You should be
in
taking
there, I
pictures too.
think.
We brought our
I
camera.
had it with me in
I'm gonna save
No,
it
it's
for
in
the good
there, I
stuff.
think. Or did you take it to the airport?
You always save it for the good stuff. We get
Remember
home, we
we
don't have
got
pictures.
be in the back seat.
well, you got to wait for the good stuff.
Well, I'm going to take time out and eat
Harry,
cake now.
he's gonna eat his cake now. You gotta take a picture of
Take
him.
pictures of Ole.
Son.
This is Ole, Waiter, because in December it's kind of cold where I have a birthday.
Yeah.
Normally, we're on a.
Really flipped out.
This is December 26th.
It is?
Yeah, that's my birthday. And we're celebrating my birthday, right?
Right.
Were you born,
Tip
were
him.
you born toothless and naked and couldn't help it?
Yeah. Naked and toothless.
So this is Ole enjoying his birthday cake, what, 6 months early or 6 months late?
Well,
5 months early.
that's right.
Okay, whatever, something like that, huh?
Leave here before the rain comes. Expect it'll be here at midnight.
Who are you talking to, Ole?
Well, I'm talking to the large audience we have for this film. Now, there's the baggage handler. Yeah, he has a walk-around duty. He's got to check the airplane. He's got to check everything.
Turn around, Janet, and wave to Ole. Wave to him.
Are these your own ropes?
I thought I heard somebody over here.
Always do that, Ole.
Oh, yeah.
80,000 things.
There's plenty of light. When we get home, we'll look this stuff over.
I hope she takes it longer. She likes
That's the
over,
cockpit.
you know, studying abroad, and I hope she...
That's it.
Tell me what your duties are on the plane. Do you fly co-pilot? Do you fly in the back and the baggage? What do you do?
I'm the steward. I serve the lunch. Today we have ham and cheese sandwiches, little
Grapes,
croquettes, grapes,
cookies,
soda, diet soda.
yeah, apples.
Yep.
Apple and
Tremendous lunch.
But don't you have to?
This is the first flight. You can tell I'm nervous. First flight's lunch.
Now, don't you have to be very careful of getting crumbs in the instruments?
No, we just open the window, go.
Spit out the seeds.
No way would I open the window.
And this is the power plant, the engine.
Oh, it needs oil?
That man owns it alone. That.
Part of the checkout is still going on.
When I look in here for any birds or nests,
I can't believe they wouldn't be.
they like a warm engine.
They want to be 6
Little cracks and nicks and props.
Before your surgery? Yeah.
Look at my suspension in the front.
Of all places, have surgery than
Yeah, but usually they don't want you to eat after.
No, you know, they are so, they are
You didn't check the opening on the right for a nest.
Right here?
No, in the front here. You did. You looked at the one on the left.
Oh, no, I looked in both.
Oh.
I can look from one side over to the other. And check the gas again. Both visually and on the gauges. 50 gallons. Was 27, 52 actually. 26 each. Did I ever tell you about my very first plane ride? Taking off out of LA. Sitting next to another guy and we're going on a 3C3, I think it was. I said, look at all that gas running off the wing. And the guy said, well, smoke.
We're in 559
Smoke drip.
Niner. And
Continual checkout here.
yeah, see it had rained so hard. Was in the mud.
These are the ailerons. When this one goes up, the other one should go down.
Oh, really? When you're
And
turning
these are the
or
flaps, which I do manually. So where your trim tab is on this, there's no trim tabs here. Trim tab is on the vertical stabilizer back there. This is the trim tab. That whole thing. I thought they used to have them on the side.
We flew over Kari's dorm.
Did you
Yeah, that was
really fun being together.
The checkout is complete. Goodbyes are being said.
Oh, that's right, you won.
Are you taking pictures?
Oh, yeah.
I hope you can take them out by the way.
So what we're going to do is,
Gary's waiting for a hug. Gary's waiting for a hug. He doesn't get very many.
What he's going to do now.
I have to go warm up the engine.
I want you guys all sitting on that side.
Okay, Harry wants our picture over here.
Is that west? Look at the sun's going to be, you're going to go on the sun.
Oh, Harry wants our picture taken.
Get
Come
over
on.
there, ready?
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Come on, ready?
Here we are.
Ollie, come on. Get on a picture for a change. Ollie.
Okay, they're in.
Pete, wave out your window.
There it goes. Okay, he's going to taxi down the other end, and I'm going to go and get him as he goes by. Yeah, he hasn't taxied away yet, but he'll be heading for the end of the runway. I'm still walking over to get a shot of him when he comes down the runway. There he is. He's going to be coming onto the runway here. Going through the final checkout. Okay, they're taxiing out onto the runway here. Here he comes. The sunset. Flying into the sunset is exactly what it is.
Oh, look at that.
The ground crew is happy he got up.
picture's gonna be. Man, that's neat. Harry, you gotta learn how to fly.
Only you don't.
There he is. I think he's coming back to give us a wave. Think he's coming back to land? He's coming back. Landing. Beautiful three-point landing. You heard the tires. No, he forgot to set his altimeter, and he wanted to give us a chance to take a picture of him landing. Okay, here we go again. Well, Pete's going to repeat his takeoff for us. He got his altimeter set. Here he comes. Flying off into the sunset again. There he goes.
Isn't it wonderful? Oh, I love it. Just love it. I think a pilot of a big plane, that would be the most exciting job there. Well, yeah, that is boring, yeah, I know.
It's almost up to having the bank picture.
Do I feel sprinkles? Well, you can see the rain hanging from the clouds up there, so he'll be out of that in a minute.
Looks like a little bee. Yeah, but we're going away from it. Get a slice of the moon too, Ollie. See the moon?
Where?
It's a tiny slice.
Where?
Up there. We're gonna go by the moon. See the moon?
No, I don't see the moon. I got him in a...
Yeah, you're gonna come right up to the moon in a few minutes.
No,
Beautiful.
Headed south, right?
Well, they're off.
Get that picture with the moon on there. Moon's coming up.
I'm leading them a little. Riding Charlie's wedding. So what are we going to have here tomorrow?
A wedding. But where's Ryan?
How come the priest is so nervous?
I'm always that way. Cubs got blown out of the World Series, so I haven't got anything to cheer for.
Well, the Bears are playing tomorrow, aren't they?
Yep.
Or Sunday?
You know what happened to them last week?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not 2 weeks in a row, though. Even with Dent out of there.
Yeah.
That's really good. Will you die? Very
What?
The red light is on. I can see he's taking my...
The red light is on, and what you really are part of is a test to see whether or not we're going to have enough light in here to run this thing.
Okay.
And
Okay. Oli.
I'm just gonna sit here with this stupid smile on my face till he gets it.
yeah, you got it all. You got it all down pat, right?
Yes, now we're going to sit here. Shall we sing Amazing Grace or something like that?
Bob,
Or Bob Rant.
reception.
And it stayed really chilly there. See, the day of our wedding was
Conversation is around the table.
You really got it. Yeah, I mean, I went to bars.
They're not in. The reception is probably going to get underway.
Do I want to know? Hi.
No, you went on the radio the other day.
Oh, Cheetah, I thought you said...
Okay. There we go.
Look at his hair.
Put your hair up, Owen. Put your hair up.
Your hair's
Hey, smile. Did he smile? Smile, that a boy.
His wife is over there with another man.
Now come right up here. Serious discussions. I wonder if it's about the wedding.
Started off. Having fun yet?
Yeah, oh yeah. Lots of fun. Are you going to hide?
You're stuck with us now.
I got you all.
Between two thorns. Hey, can I have one of these? Sure, if I can have one of these.
Just like professional movies, hide behind an artificial plant.
Hi, how are you?
Look at what's happening.
That's pretty good.
You gotta do is Charlie slam dunk it. Be nice now.
We did it.
Eat some more, eat some more. Go ahead, nobody's going to put it back.
Smash in his face. Smash in his face.
Let's piece it on the floor.
Just use the inside of your tongue. That'll work.
I'm saying that, and I think to myself,